Um, Good evening, Miss Person. Um, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right. We will be talking today about our homebound updates in terms of where we are at this point with our students that's on homebound status. The last time we met, we discussed what process that we need to go through with our homebound students in terms of making sure that they receive services as soon as possible. At this point today, we're going to just update the ones that we currently have and that we actually went through the process of giving them the homebound services by meeting with them and their parents and starting the classes. The first student that we want to talk about, we're going to talk about trying to stay away from names, is a female, and she's currently out on homebound for um, for her paternity. Yeah, she had the baby already, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
hmm And looking at the homebound form I have here from the doctor, they are looking at allowing her to come back. Guess he's going to do another follow up at that point. Or the date that we have down here for her homebound to end will be on um, 10 to 2023. So right now she's currently on homebound. She's on Ingenuity for three of her classes. It's the English four, and then her one math class and history class. Am I correct about those classes?
Yeah, I think it's economics that she should be on. Government and
Right.
economics and that probability.
Okay, let me make sure. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
econ. I had wrote down just a history, so it's econ and the government. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Um, And she also have a pharmacology class. Now, when we had the meeting, we discussed how we're going to handle the pharmacology class because that's a class that where she cannot do on Ingenuity, and it required her to be along with the pharmacology teacher. And we spoke to Miss what's her name, Hook.
Mm-hmm.
We got clearance through the principal along with Miss Hook, saying that she will be responsible for meeting with her every afternoon. For she had 5 days of um, homebound services with her. That's correct, correct? I still
That
got
is
that
correct.
going.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Now, when I last time when I checked, excuse me, not the last time, I checked the progress on Ingenuity along with Miss Jameson, and I know early she was complaining about not being able to not being able to sorry about that not being able to get on to her classes because
Mm-hmm.
it would not move on to the next part, and I think she had was thinking that once she does something she can move on, but we investigated and found out that she was not passing the quizzes or the tests, the chapter tests
Mm-hmm.
before it will
That's
move
correct.
on. So
Right.
uh-huh. So I know I have not gotten any complaints since that time. Have you gotten anything from her since
No.
your 12th grade
Mm-mm.
counselor? Yeah.
Her
Okay. So
progress, even speaking with Miss Hook, her progress has been good. Her communication with Miss Hook in the pharmacy tech class is good, and Miss Jameson hasn't stated any problems at this point of her
mhm.
having any problems with ingenuity. So they resolved that, so she's able to continue to move on.
Okay. So that's a good thing. And then if also what I was thinking too, and I wanted to make sure check along with Miss Jameson and along with you that if she does start having any problems, that Miss Hook could definitely be a person that could assist her in that particular class if she could. If she can't help her, um, then we can ask the current teacher, like let's say for instance for that class that she has she has that math class, that probability and stats. If she start having problems there, we may have to ask Mr. Flamini to step in and help her.
That's correct.
Okay.
We can do
So,
that.
so make sure that talk to Ms. Hook. Now, another thing that would, far as her Ms. Hook's pay for the homebound services. Now, she has not submitted a form yet, saying, with her hours on there, but I know she's
Mm-hmm.
been working, like you said, because, pretty much student has been sharing along with you about her um, meeting along with Miss Hook, and Miss Hook also has
Mm-hmm.
been saying she's doing well too. But I know at this point, as of today, she has not submitted her form, and I asked her to submit her form, but she has not done so. So it's going to look like she's going to have to perhaps get paid in the month of September. Okay. Any other thing that we need to be concerned about? Student one.
With,
Okay.
with student one, we're good. Our progress is good. We'll have a progress check emailed out to parents on the this coming Friday,
Mm-hmm.
next Friday, excuse me, next Friday on the 8th, that parents will get an update, and we'll pull ingenuity also for her, so that way we'll stay abreast, because
Okay.
she should finish all her requirements as far as graduation this semester, the fall semester, and then pharmacy tech will continue to run on to the end of the school year.
Great. Great.
Hmm.
Um, so she's off to a good start, and that's great
Hmm.
without any kind of interruptions. The next student that we're going to take a look at is student two, which is a male. Um, he has been doing well on Edgenuity. His homebound form is supposed to be until December. We're expecting him to turn second semester. All his classes are doing well. In fact, he is ahead in his classes. Um, and Ms. Jameson also verified his progress. So we definitely going to be sending out, like you said, that progress report this coming up week, which is excellent. And the last thing is the 12th grade student male he came by and requested a homebound form, and you just now finding out about this part. That's student A. That's his initials is AA. That's his initials.
Hmm.
Um, I briefly mentioned that he was coming by. He did come by and pick up the form to take to his doctor because he said that he's in a lot of pain from after having that open heart surgery, and looking forward to trying to finish up this year because he's a 12th grader. And we want to make sure we give him all the chances that he needs to be able to finish up those last, because I know he has probability and stats, government and econ, and physics and English 4. So we'll look and see. I know he's already on Ingenuity for the US and the econ class, but the other three we have to look and see. We really, I know that he's really going to need that help with that probability and stats class. Okay. All right. Any
On
other
that
concerns?
on that particular student, I know his mother has asked about either homeschool or homebound, so
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't really new. But
Right.
I'm going to try to look to see whether we can actually finish him in December, because
Okay.
he will be that student who will be borderline struggling to finish high school if we don't try to look at him. So
Okay.
that's one we will review upon returning. Okay.
Okay. Excellent. As long
All
as
right.
we be in favor for the student success, we're good to go. All right.
Okay.
Any other question? If not, the meeting is
No.
adjourned. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
Have a
All right.
nice
Thank you much.
one.
You too.
Have
Hmm.
a good. Let me see if I can
All
get it
right.
to stop.